Good evening, everybody. Tomorrow starts week one of your um, next course, 669 Children's Health and Therapeutics. And my name is April Demito. I'm going to be your professor for the next, well, it's more than 12 weeks because it always goes longer. It seems like it goes longer in this winter session, but I'll be with you until, oh gosh, into the first of the year. And I have two sections. For those of you who have not been in my class before, I really make an effort to try to put together a weekly announcement every week. Sometimes it might be on Sunday, sometimes on Monday. And I think you'll find that I really make an effort to try to communicate with you. Um, I'm generally very open also. The best way to communicate with me is through email. A couple of methods I don't prefer is that section under course resources where it says questions for the professor. That's not a good way to get in touch with me because it's not easy for me to access it. I am in the clinic seeing patients throughout the day, and I am taking care of my students in between patients and such. So I have everything hooked up to my telephone, except with the program that I have, I can't see this. So if you use it, I'll see it, but not as timely as if you would send me an email. So I generally respond to emails pretty quickly. So if I've not responded to you within 2 hours, I want you to email me again. And then if I've not responded to that in another couple of hours, I want you to text me. Um, and I'll be putting my phone number on the instructor bio section. Okay. So, this course, you should be pretty familiar with the layout of the courses nowadays, um, the way they do it in Canvas, because they're all very similar. The content is different. The first thing that you need to do is sign up for your tests. These are proctored exams, and they were in the last course as well, so hopefully it'll go a little smoother. We had some bumps in the road. And for week one, we've got our assignments. Let's look at the overview first. So, our Module 1 overview in pediatrics. Mounting evidence associates childhood obesity with many negative short and long term health and economic effects, including an impact on adult health and healthcare costs. National and health state policies are being developed and adopted across a variety of sectors to reduce the burden of childhood obesity. So, after you read these things, you're going to see here upon completion of this module, the learner will be able to perform a comprehensive uh, health status development and risk assessment of children using diagnostic measuring, including laboratory, radiographic, and other techniques, formulate differential diagnoses to promote health, develop therapeutic plans, integrate legal, ethical, socioeconomic, evaluate the adequacy of health policies, and so forth. Then we have our readings in the Hay book and the Sawyer book. We've got a head to toe pediatric assessment using a YouTube video. And then we have our content that is in audio. So we've got some PowerPoints with audios here. The assignments for this week are your class introduction forum, and then we have a paper on childhood obesity due. So make sure that you follow the rubrics completely. Provide an introduction. But when you're writing that paper, the first thing that you write on page 2 of the paper is not the word introduction. Never write the word introduction on a paper. It is the title of your paper that goes there. And let's see, the overall prevalence of childhood obesity in your state. So you want to look at, you're going to address it. This paper is going to be focused on the state that you live in. So make sure that you're following the rubric very, very closely. And I know I'm going to get how long does it need to be, and for me, as long as it takes. But a paper of this magnitude should be at least 4 to 6 pages in length. That's not including your reference pages or your title pages. And you can see here references, at least 5 to 10. Scholarly resources. And the references should not be any older than 5 years. So keep that in mind. And let's go and look at the calendar because I use the calendar. Unfortunately, I only have this week's calendar set for you yet because I had it all done and then they elected to make some changes to the coursework. So I'm going to have to go in and make changes because it erased all of my calendar posting. So I'll finish that up tomorrow or the next day. Actually, for this week's purposes, what we've got is what we need because we have this week. The introduction forum is due on the 15th, and then you have your paper due on the 19th. And then next week you don't have class because of Thanksgiving. So class 2 is going to be the week of the 27th. So within the next day or two you're going to see the assignments on there. So welcome aboard, and if you've been my student in the past, that's wonderful because you know what I expect. And if not, I hope that we can build a good working relationship over the next few weeks. I love working in the pediatric population. I work as a family nurse practitioner at the Advocate Medical Group, and I work with all populations. I really enjoy working with children, so I'm going to greatly enjoy teaching this course. So look forward to working with you. Have a good night.